Developing right now at noon, airports are trying to get back on track after an FAA computer outage grounded flights across the U.S. early today. The problem is resolved just before 9 o'clock this morning.
President Biden speaking on the matter before leaving the White House earlier today and asked whether the system was targeted. Let's take a look at the latest delays at airports here in South Florida. At last check, Miami International Airport seeing 325 delays today, and Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International having 226 delays so far. It's quite a mess out there, but we do have team coverage at noon on the FAA outage with crews at airports in our area.
So let's start things off with Local 10 News reporter Annalise Garcia. She's at MIA right now. And how are things looking out there right now? Annalise, is everybody being patient?
Well, hundreds of delays and many travelers affected, but fortunately the airport was still moving smoothly all morning long despite these delays. They did get ahead of it, but fortunately these domestic flights are finally taking off again.
My trip to Grenada was delayed twice and then it got canceled.
South Florida airports affected by the FAA outage Wednesday morning. 195 domestic delays at MIA and 47 cancellations.
We're waiting to see if we can get a flight back.
The FAA says normal air traffic operations have resumed across the country after the overnight outage to the Notice to Air mission system that provides safety information to flight crews. The FAA ordered a ground stop nationwide. Over at MIA, no airplanes could take off until about 9 a.m. Eastern time.
It's a safety protocol they take. I prefer that over, taking the risk.
Travelers departing out of Miami feeling the effects. Casey Hung was on her way back to school in Grenada.
It makes me nervous and stressed because classes started on Monday, so I'm already going to be behind in classes.
She says the next flight out isn't until next Wednesday.
They did say to call today and see if they could book me on tomorrow's flight.
So an update to that number of delays, it's actually 325, as Janice mentioned earlier, and 50 cancellations just today. Now, travel experts are asking travelers to look at their information prior to actually coming to the airport to avoid any congestion. Fortunately, that message has gotten through because it hasn't been too busy, nothing that we're not used to this morning. I'm live outside of MIA. Annalise Garcia, Local 10 News.